Thank you very much for joining our webinar this afternoon, and we look forward to spending the next 20 minutes or so telling you about the interdisciplinary MA program, Energy and Environmental Change, based here at the University of Westminster. My name is Dr. Wojciech Ostrowski, and I am the course leader for the MA. I'm also a senior lecturer in the Department of Politics and International Relations, where I research and teach international politics of energy and resources. From a housekeeping point of view, for those of you who may not be familiar with the webinar format, this is an opportunity for us also to hear from you through the session, and we welcome any questions you might have. As mentioned in the beginning, the MA program is based at the University of Westminster. The university has built up a world-class reputation over a period of 175 years. Moreover, the university benefits from a fantastic central London location. The university's reputation is built on exceptional academic quality, world-class research facilities, and strong links with industry. Outstanding teaching staff places as much emphasis on gaining skills relevant to the workplace as on learning the academic discipline you are studying. With more than 5,000 overseas students from 150 countries and an international focus in many programs, the university reflects London's cosmopolitan environment while providing a truly British experience. Moving on to the MA. The MA Energy and Environmental Change is an interdisciplinary degree that combines international relations, business studies, law, and sustainability studies. Its main aim is to allow you to understand the key challenges that the transition towards a low-carbon economy poses. The MA in particular deals with the shift towards a more sustainable energy system characterized by the universal access to energy services and security and reliability of supply from efficient low-carbon sources. The MA is based on the assumption that the study of the transition requires an understanding of the political, legal, and economic issues associated with the fossil fuels that overwhelmingly dominate the energy mix in the majority of countries today. This requires a whole system approach that considers the prevalence of fossil fuels, as well as emerging renewables and related industries. Coal, oil, and natural gas have fueled global economic development for centuries, with the result of persistent and large-scale efforts on economic and infrastructure choices. Policy frameworks and economic interests, though, continue to be geared towards fossil fuels and carbon-intensive activities. In the last 50 years or so, we have seen an acceleration of this trend, as the slide demonstrates. Transforming our energy system will take time and a significant amount of capital. To give you an order of the magnitude of capital required, the International Energy Agency estimates we need $10.5 trillion in incremental investment globally in low-carbon energy technologies and energy efficiency by 2030. This estimate is across all sectors, including power, transport, residential and commercial building equipment, and industrial sectors, in order to limit global temperature increase to 2 degrees Celsius, the threshold that the United Nations Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change has identified as necessary for avoiding catastrophic climate change. The MA analyzes challenges attached to the transition towards a low-carbon economy from global, regional, and local perspectives. In doing so, the course provides a holistic picture of the global energy dynamics. The MA focuses on 3 key themes: energy security, energy markets, and climate change. Those themes underpin all the key debates surrounding the agenda of transition. The in-depth analysis of those themes will allow you to understand the evolution of the energy-climate change nexus in the years and decades to come. The course caters for a diverse range of students with varied academic and professional backgrounds. and from different parts of the world who may seek employment in the public administration, consulting agencies, international organizations, or you might be interested in pursuing a postgraduate degree. The MA is open to students with a background in a social science discipline, such as politics, geography, development studies, or law, economics, or business studies. You are not expected to have prior experience in the energy or related sectors, and we welcome application from a mid-career candidates. Unlike other degrees which focus solely on energy, the environment, or climate change, this dual focus MA gives you a much needed flexibility in the workplace that will enhance your career prospects and increase your chances at getting a desirable position. Recent graduates from the University of Westminster who during their studies successfully completed modules that focus on energy and resources secured energy-related jobs in top international energy companies and consulting companies based in London and abroad. For those of you interested in pursuing postgraduate degree, the MA will serve as an excellent introduction to critical issues and intellectual frameworks. During the MA, you will be required to complete 5 interconnected core modules, and you may select one option module. The list of core modules include global politics of energy and environmental change, regional dimensions of energy security, international energy and climate change law, strategy and policy, energy and sustainability, environmental policy, assessment, and climate change. And the aim of the first core module, the global politics of energy and environmental change, is to introduce you to the core's key themes and evaluate the relevance of contemporary debates in international relations and political economy to the study of energy security, energy markets, and climate change. The module examines the political history of the modern energy systems and the role played by major energy producers, as well as private and state-owned companies. The module also critically assesses standard approaches to the issue of energy security by focusing on the problem of energy poverty. In addition, it explores the role of global institutions and their impact on the interplay between energy security, energy markets, and climate change. It scrutinizes issues that underpin key discussion in the energy and climate area, such as development, limits to growth, transparency, sustainability, and the role of civil society. The remaining core modules elaborate further on the key themes as follows. The energy security theme is discussed in depth in the regional dimensions of energy security module. The module analyzes the impact that recent geopolitical shifts, the rise of new players in the energy sector, and technological breakthroughs have had on the energy security of key producing and consuming countries. The key themes explored in the module include the shale revolution, resource nationalism, transit routes and pipelines, security of supply and demand, energy insecurities, and survival strategies of petrostates. Countries covered include the US, the EU, the Asian rising powers, Russia, and specific case studies from Central Asia, Sub-Saharan Africa, and South America, as well as India. Energy security is a major factor influencing how countries conduct their foreign, economic, and international security policies. Major supplier countries with vast energy resources exercise more power on the international stage than ever before. Energy is a primary consideration in how large importers in need of adequate, reliable, and affordable supplies of energy make alliances, offer foreign aid, and otherwise conduct their foreign policy. The strategy and policy, energy and sustainability module focuses on energy, economics, and in particular on the role of markets in driving energy policy and strategy both in the short and the long term. The module explores a number of key themes and conceptual issues. These include analysis of the structure and cooperation of oil, gas, coal, electricity, and renewable markets, and issues of price discovery, carbon trading, green taxes, and subsidies, the role of banks and alternative sources of financing for oil and gas projects, an exploration of approaches to modeling and forecasting the supply, demand, and price of energy and energy derivatives. The second half of the module will have a practical focus, with session led by guest speakers, drawn from a range of energy companies, renewable firms, or from policy think tanks. International Energy and Climate Change module is designed to introduce students to the principles of international law relevant to the development and the use of energy resources. To this end, the module examines the evolution and principles relating to permanent sovereignty over natural resources, shared resources, and resources outside areas of national jurisdiction. It involves consideration of relevant international legal principle pertaining to oil and gas resources, the use of water resources in energy generations, renewables, and nuclear energy. The module pays special attention to the evolving international legal framework on the mitigation of climate change and its impact on the international energy law and policy. The climate change theme is also specifically addressed by the Environmental Policy Assessment and Climate Change module. However, whereas the International Energy and Climate Change Law module focuses on the global level, the Environmental Policy Assessment and Climate Change focuses on the multi-level perspective. This module provides background on environmental policy and climate change. It sets out the theoretical framework to start with, and then the international context for sustainable development, energy efficiency, and climate change. It explores implications for the built environment in a range of development contexts, includes analysis of key policy concerns, and planning and design responses comparatively across different institutional and cultural contexts. It also reviews techniques for assessing the impact of development and examines the role that effective environmental strategies and policies in planning and related fields can pursue to reach sustainable development. The indicative option modules offer students an opportunity to explore in greater depth one aspect of one of the key themes covered by the MA: energy security, energy markets, climate change, and transition to a low-carbon society. So the energy security and energy markets theme can be further studied by choosing one of the following options: global financial markets, foreign direct investment arbitration, international economics, corporate social responsibility issues in business and law. And the climate change and transition to a low-carbon society theme can be further studied by choosing one of the other options. Those are planning for urban risks and resilience, policy, governance, and democracy, international perspectives. Teaching and learning methods will include lectures, seminars, case studies, presentations from guest speakers, and energy sector stakeholders. The examination of both academic and current professional reports will be used to challenge your assumptions and to encourage you to bring your own experience to the learning process where appropriate. You will learn how to work independently as well as in a group environment to solve problems and to deliver solutions to a wide range of issues. Module sessions will require you to demonstrate your ability to apply a range of analytical frameworks to problems, policy issues, case studies, presentations, and team-based activities. You learn how to solve complex problems in a systematic way, informed by relevant knowledge, tools, and techniques. Guest speakers are an integral part of the MA course. For this reason, the second half of the Strategy and Policy, Energy and Sustainability module has a practical focus with sessions led by guest speakers, drawn from a range of energy companies, renewable firms, and policy think tanks. These sessions take the form of a short participative workshops exploring case studies on energy strategy and sustainability. The other core modules, regional dimensions of energy security, environmental policy, assessment and climate change, and international energy and climate change law, also have a guest speaker component, with guest speakers leading one or more sessions. Invited guest speakers from academia, industry, and policy-making world will also deliver occasional lectures outside the usual teaching hours, with students are expected to attend. And the videos of recent events are now available on our webpage. The MA is an international program with students from all over the world. Last few intakes include students from the UK, Italy, Spain, Sweden, Brazil, Argentina, Australia, Russia, Poland, Lithuania, Romania, Bulgaria, as well as Nigeria and Ghana. And you can start studying with us either this September, that will be September 2018, if you're a full-time or a part-time student. I mean, that will be really up to you. And again, there will be another round, and you will be able to join us in January 2019. And again, you will be either able to study in a full mode, or if you choose so, you can do it as a part-timer. And we have students basically either part-timers or full-timers often studying in January. If you have any questions, please let us know. We'll take a short break for now and we'll be back shortly.
But the first question for Wojciech is, can you tell us something about the assessment?
Yeah, of course, yes. So in the MA, the assessment, depending on the module, will be in the form of a policy brief, written report, academic essay, or oral presentation. And the assessments are structured in such way as to give students an opportunity to develop a whole range of skills that will be of help and to inform them in the future. So what we are trying to do is those are not just purely academic skills, but of course we are also, equipping you with the skills that will be of help to you once you, move forward in life and, enter a working environment. So that's why, as I said, we are stressing things like policy briefs or presentation and so on and so forth.
Okay, and a question about the dissertation. So can you tell us a bit more about what the dissertation involves?
Yeah, sure. So the MA requires students to submit a 12,000 words dissertation, which represent a culmination of the MA course, and is worth 60 credits. So it's basically 1/3 of all the credits. In completing the dissertation satisfactory, students have to demonstrate the capacity to carry out independent research, and this research is fairly advanced, in agreed area in the field of energy and environmental change. And we have a group of very good academics working and very able supervisors who will be able to help you in the whole process. And furthermore, in order to help you with the process of developing and thinking and writing eventually the dissertation, the MA team runs a whole series of workshops that will help you with the process. So in such way, you won't be on your own, but we'll guide you as much as we can, and we'll give you a hand and help you out throughout the whole thing. So thank you very much for joining us today, and yes, I hope to see you in classrooms.